5 reasons I'm glad I moved to Halifax. So I've lived in Halifax for 15 years now, so this is not a new experience for me. However, a client recently asked me, because they were moving into Halifax, what were the 5 things that you loved the most about Halifax when you first got here? Now granted, that's a little bit of a warped question because 15 years in, so much has changed me. This genuinely feels like my home. But I definitely have 5 reasons I'm so glad I live in Halifax. Number 1 is lifestyle. From the second I got off the plane and I was downtown in one of the hotels and I took a walk along the waterfront, I just realized I'd never experienced something like that. I'd never experienced being downtown with the ocean on my left-hand side, surrounded by shops, restaurants, and the Buskers Festival's happening, and I'd never experienced anything like that. And for me, even though yes, Halifax is technically the capital of Nova Scotia, yes, I run my own business and that gives you certain freedoms, but it also gives you certain responsibilities. But between running my business, spending time with Gina and Moose and my family, being able to travel, just having things to do in the city, it's a great balance. And there's so much here to be excited about. There's so much here that's traditional and very Nova Scotian that you get to enjoy. It's just got this something special that's really hard to explain, but Halifax has captured it really, really well. Number 2 is community. There is a huge support local movement here, and I've never seen anything like it before. People here will go the extra mile to support a local Halifax or Dartmouth or Nova Scotia company. And I think that is something so important in any city in the world, any place in the world. If you've got a hometown business, you should support that, because that's people in your community. That's how you give back to a community, and that's what makes a community feel great. And I think it's amazing that Halifax has that. Yes, there's always people that are negative and there's always people that are going to be narrow-minded. But for the most part, this is a place where people want other people to succeed and people want other people to win. And it's really great to see community events happen, whether it's Bedford Days, whether it's any event you see downtown, or any some of the community initiatives like the cleanup initiatives and just the volunteer programs that exist. There's this community thread that runs through the city, and it's amazing. Number 3 is nature. I love that I live 20 minutes from downtown, but I'm surrounded by parks. Most of the videos I've done this year so far have been about parks, nature, exploring, the weather, because I don't have to go far to be immersed in nature. And I think as I get older, now I've got a dog, and just me as a person, I love the fact that I can find a hiking trail and be in the woods and feel like I'm in Narnia, and then take 2 or 3 turns and I'm back on the main street and there's a Starbucks down the corner. And I think the blend of having convenience of town living, surrounded by nature, is incredible. And I think Nova Scotia and Halifax and Bedford, where I live, do it so well. Number 4, I'm gonna go with the ocean. Here, you are never more than 30 minutes from the ocean. I went a good portion of my life with never being able to drive to the ocean, and now that I can do it, it's hard to beat. It really is. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law live overlooking the ocean. When you see the cruise ships come through and you see all the traffic on the ocean, it looks amazing. When you go to look off and you can see the coastline being shaped by the ocean, and you can see just the power the ocean has, it's really impressive. And yet, the amount of times I've got up early in the morning to watch the sunrise at the beach, because it's just so incredible. The fact that that is right on my doorstep is incredibly lucky, and I just love that. And finally, number 5, I'm gonna say festivals. Like I said, when I landed here, the first thing I experienced was the Buskers Festival, and I'd never experienced anything like it. Then you have things like Rib Festival, Jazz Festival, The Christmas festivals, the holiday festivals, just any festival you can think of, generally it happens in the city. There's probably a 12-week stretch where there'll be, you know, a festival every 10 days. And what that does and what that brings to the city is an excitement, an energy, and just a vibe that's really hard to match. Everybody in the city is trying burgers in different restaurants because it's burger batches. We don't do it for a week anymore, we do it for 10 days because there's that many burgers. It's things like that that make Halifax feel unique, and there's things like that that have events that you look forward to, and because they last so long through the year, there's always something happening here. And whether you've gone to this festival one year and the next year, it will always be different. Like HalCon, for me as a dork, is an amazing event, and it's getting bigger and bigger and just more involved, and you can just see people getting exposed to things that you wouldn't normally try if there wasn't a festival happening. And those festivals kind of give us a flavour of what the entire community is made up of, and I absolutely love that. So those are my top 5 reasons I'm glad I moved to Halifax. Truthfully, they all felt really easy and a little bit surface, and I didn't have to think hard to come up with those 5, and I could probably come up with another 5, another 10, probably an easy 20. But I'd love to hear what are your favourite reasons to live in Halifax. I know it's super easy to be negative about things, but let's put some positivity. Let's be glad and proud about where we live. So thank you for watching this week's video. Let me know what your favourite things about the city are, and if you've got any questions about Halifax, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.